What is up, rivals? Welcome back to yet another episode of Rival Kingdoms. My name is Sawcasm, and today I'm going to show you some cool tips for funneling. Basically, it's an attack strategy that I will get into more in depth once we get into an attack. So don't forget to leave a like if you do enjoy, you want to see more Rival Kingdom videos, and subscribe if you're new for some more Rival Kingdom videos. With that said, let's get into some attacks. Okay guys, so basically what funneling is, everybody knows, it's so annoying because this happens all the time when your troops attack something and then you want them to go inside the base. You want them to destroy the point of the attack. You want them to destroy the buildings that are wrecking your troops. But no, they start attacking this, they're like, we're gonna go attack the blacksmith because, yeah, I don't know, we just feel like attacking the blacksmith. And then I'm like, okay, fine, just at least attack the archer tower after that. They're like, no, I think after the blacksmith, we're gonna go attack that troop portal. I'm like, okay, you know, that's not that bad. We are getting some mana after that, but please, after the troop portal, can you please attack the base? They're like, no, after the base, we're gonna go attack these gold smelters. So they just attack all random stuff that you don't want them to attack. So there's a technique called funneling, which essentially is funneling the troops into where you want them to go, right into the base to attack the structure. So I'm going to give you guys some tips for that. And obviously these troops are mainly controlled by AI, so it's not 100% effective, but it's definitely more effective than just, you know, slapping your troops down anywhere. And yeah, so basically how this works is these buildings called trash buildings. This is basically the buildings that don't actually offer any form of defense, such as the blacksmith and the ancient shrine. The troops, they love to walk to them because a lot of times people put trash buildings on the outside. And so what happens is if you place your troops here, you know, they will attack this, go to this, go to this, and then sometimes, you know, even go down to this and this, and then to the dragon roost instead of going into the base. Now the key, there's a couple of actually important things for this, and the first thing is you could actually use your dragon to create sort of a trash ring where you actually take out all this stuff that is trash so that your troops won't be distracted by it and they will just go in. Now, of course, that is one option. Now, another option is to actually form a dent in the walls. You know, actually taking out a wall really allows a funnel for your troops to usually want to go in. So Hegar is great for this because what we can actually do is destroy this wall and place our troops right inside there, and most of the time they will just go for the arrow launcher here and then progress through the base. So that is exactly what I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to use the dragon, take out the blacksmith, stuff like that. And yes, let's start off with our dragon. So first of all, we are taking out the trash so that there's obviously no trash for our troops to get distracted by. Then I'm going to completely fail with my dragon power, but it's all good. We are going to, let's see, do we have pull our dragon back? Okay, we can pull our dragon back, and now we created a hole here with the wall from Hegar's special ability. Of course, if you don't have that, you could just simply use some maulers, you know, place them on the defensive building inside, and it will attack the walls in the meanwhile and take that out. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna place our maulers really close, followed by our wardens. Now notice with my wardens, I do have them targeting the structures on the inside, so this will automatically make them funnel to the inside of the base. Of course, like I said, not 100% effective. A couple of them did go up there, but for the most part they are entering the base. And because we did take out these trash buildings, these, even though they attacked this trash over here, they did come back and help us with the rest of the base. And now we can just place down some more maulers from Hegar's special ability and take out the rest of the base. So this is much better than when they go all the way around the base, do all this stuff, do all this crazy stuff, dance around the base, they do the cha-cha, they do the Macarena. I'm like, no, just attack the stronghold. So yeah, that's just a good example. Let's get into another attack, show you another one. Now in bases like this where they are slammed against the wall, this is another time where pathing and the AI of units can be an issue, because sometimes the troops, you have to place them close to the base, right? Because there's not much space between the base, and the wall here, the border of the map. So what happens is often they will attack a building and then just, you know, automatically walk outside of the base to the next one instead of going in the base and attacking the more inner important defensive structures, which are really what's doing the damage to you, because a lot of times people will put the trash just on the outer ring of the base but inside the wall. So the way to prevent this, what you want to do is take out a building in here and then place your troops in there if possible. Now you don't want to place a bunch of wardens in there, obviously, unless you're just, you know, you're confident that you could take out the base doing that, because a lot of times your wardens will get absolutely wrecked. But what you want to do is kind of ease your way into it, spread out your troops, because if you group them up, the AoE buildings will absolutely wreck, and create a hole. So what we're going to do is actually destroy this kingdom portal, and we're gonna spread our troops. So while still targeting these kingdom portals, spread one squad of wardens over there, one squad over there. We can place our paladins down over here. We place our maulers down over here to soak not only some of the damage from the AoE, but also soak the spell tower, the death spell tower, when it comes into range, so that our paladins can continue to heal our wardens. So we're gonna place our freeze down over here, and there we go. We're taking tons and tons of damage, so kind of dangerous if you do have some, if you're not running melee troops, but you know, obviously we are getting to the stronghold faster, thus getting more mana, thus being able to help us continue take out the base. So just another scenario you may run into, sometimes pretty difficult, but not too difficult. So this is another scenario where trash buildings might cause you some trouble. You see at the top is gold smelter, builder hut, whatever. There are some walls in between. A lot of times the walls will actually prevent your troops from moving from this trash building, the gold smelter, to the building over here. So a lot of times they'll just stay on this side, maybe move to the bottom, maybe move to the roost. But what we could do is do the same thing in terms of creating a pocket. We could just take out, say, this, well, let's start with the kingdom portal, with our dragon, and then move it on to this roost, so that by breaking this, it's not going to move from this builder hut to this blacksmith here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take out this kingdom portal because it is in the way, then take out this roost, and I do want to attack from up here. So now we're going to start attacking here while our dragon is working on that, and our maulers can soak up some damage, you know, start working on those walls while our wardens and everyone is going in. And we did get hit by the death spell tower, so I'm not healing yet, but we're using it because not all of our troops did get hit. So there we go. Our troops are now infiltrating. You see only one of them, or a couple of them, went up here, so not obviously ideal for them to go out there, but most of them did end up in the base, and that is the goal. We really want as many troops as possible, focusing on the stuff that actually causes us damage. So yeah, let's get into another example that worked out pretty well. Okay, so for the final example here, we do have a really good example, because there's a bunch of trash buildings in a row, and that is where, you know, you're gonna get the most trouble, where there's just a bunch of trash buildings that your troops can go from building to building to building to building with nothing to break the trash ring. So that is exactly what we're gonna do, once again, using our dragon, because they're absolutely perfect for this. So I want to keep in mind the range of the Skywatcher, and yeah, so what we're gonna do is actually place it as far as possible while still hitting that building, so that I can outrange even the Skywatcher, and get ready to move it out as soon as we get hit by the Skywatcher. Sometimes you can kind of heal up or defend against a watchtower or something, depending on how low level they are. Then we're gonna move them away, not really worry about it. It did its job pretty much. And like I said before, we want to spend the time where we can actually see where the troops are targeting. We want to use that to target specific buildings, and hopefully the same buildings, or you know, very close, so that they will stick together as much as possible. Always one or two that no matter what, they're just like, we're gonna go out on our own mission, our covert ops mission, and hopefully he survives. I'm really hoping that this guy, the solo mercenary over here, survives his mission. But anyway, yeah, just gonna fast forward this, and that is pretty much funneling in a nutshell. So make sure there's not a continuous line of buildings for your troops to go from building to building to building. Break it if necessary with certain troops, or dragon. Dragon's amazing for breaking trash rings, just so good. And what are you guys doing? What are you mercenaries doing over here? How about you stick with the rest of the group, huh? But anyway, guys, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I really hope this helped you, especially with, I know people have trouble with paladins, but it's really the same thing. You just want to wait a couple more seconds to place the paladins down. And yeah, that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like rating if you did, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. Peace.